Once upon a time, a group of four brothers, values, performance, leadership, and technical, gathered one day and decided,
Hey, why don't we do something challenging today? Let's climb Mount Everest.
each of the four brothers had his own personality and skills and thought that he was up to the challenge. Each was determined to succeed and each got ready for the challenge. Values was the one with a genuine personality and a pure heart. He was known for his honesty and integrity and had a track record in doing whatever he can to develop himself for any challenge. He loved helping others and working with them. He had a high sense of belonging to his brothers. The norm was never enough. He loves to challenge himself and does all what it takes to exceed all expectations. He has a very positive personality that was contagious. Anyone being around him can get his positive vibe and get affected by it. Performance was the man in action. He never rests, nor likes to stay where he is for too long. That's why he would never take his shoes off. He keeps seeking new ways of reaching his dreams and works smart to undertake any challenge that comes in his way. When faced with obstacles, he can surprise you with how quickly he overcomes them and moves on to make his ambitions come to life. Leadership is the one with balance. Among his brothers, he is the one who directs them to take the right path, not only by his strong charisma and inspiration, but also by role modeling the way and being the first to take the steps towards reaching his dreams. Everyone loves being around him. When people are in confusion, he is the man to take the decision, and whatever decision he makes, he is trusted. He is precocious. That's why he made sure he wears his hat. He knows what works and how to make things happen. Without him, his brothers might feel lost. Technical is the expert of them all. He knows things inside out. He is aware of all the tips and tricks of climbing mountains and knows all about the tools and equipment needed for today's challenge. So he made sure he gets his pickaxe ready. He experienced climbing, studied it, and knows all what it takes to get there. He was sure he can make it. At the agreed time, the four brothers met and the quest began. Values, positive by nature and willing to get to the top, walked the way confidently, believing that they will make it by sunset as they agreed. He sometimes walked and sometimes jogged. He kept losing track and then finding the way again. A few hours later of many challenges, he came to a halt. He thought,
Now how do I climb that steep rock?
Performance had his eyes on the top of Mountain Everest. He walked his way with confidence and determination, fighting through the wind and the falling rocks, trying different routes when he faced with a dead end and coming up with ways to move forward. But he too came to a sudden halt. Having his eyes on the top, he bumped into values at the bottom of the steep rock. Leadership was full of motivation throughout the way. No matter what challenge he came across, he remained determined to reach and had a wonderful vision on how the view would look like from the top when he and his brothers reached up there. He was wondering how the rest were doing and trusted that they will find their way. If they did not, then he promised himself to show them the way and encourage them by sharing that wonderful vision. Technical was already with his pickaxe. He found the perfect climbing spot and started from there. Up he went, one step at a time, making a steady move towards the top. A few hours later, he was all tired and sweaty. This mountain was like no other mountain he experienced before. The winds were vicious, the rocks were sharp, and the tools had started to wear off. He found a suitable spot and sat for a few minutes, thinking of how this quest would be a waste of time. Interest and motivation seemed to be seeping out of him when he suddenly noticed leadership. Walking past him, he decided to follow his steps, and at the bottom of the steep rock, he joined his brothers. The four of them looked at each other silently, as if searching for clues. At that point, realization hit leadership. At the beginning, they decided to take the quest each at his own pace and will end to meet at the top of Mount Everest to celebrate their success by sunset. The picture became clear to him now. Performance was the man in action, and values had all the will, passion, and attitude it takes, while technical was the most expert of them all.
Hey brothers,
Leadership said.
if each of us has his unique strength, then all of us make one great man.
A big smile was on his face.
Aha!
They all said in one voice.
Let's imagine that we are one person then.
Values commented.
If one person had all our strength, then he would have all what it takes to reach Mount Everest in the least time possible with the best way ever.
They cheered at his comment. Leadership started to give instructions. Technical began to explain which tool is used for what. Performance kept challenging what he saw as a normal way, and so the brothers planned their way forward and how to climb the steepy rock. Leadership kept them focused on the vision of how wonderful it would look like from the top, and so they were all motivated and determined to make it in the daylight. An hour before sunset, the four brothers were at the top. And what a view it was! The view from the top of Mountain Everest was very much beautiful than what they have imagined. And so they celebrated the beauty of the moment and excitedly started to plan for the next quest. What about you? Yes, you. Do you have these four brothers within you?